You covered the first game as well, didn't you, Tino, between Zimbabwe and Nepal? And I think you were a little concerned with the way that Nepal approached that game.
the other night until they threw it away. So they know they'll need a very decent total on the board. 181 the other night, but that was only in 18 overs, not in 20. So I'm pretty sure they've said to themselves, listen here guys, batting first, new surface, we need to make sure we can get ourselves 190 plus here.
By the way, just getting news that Binod Pandare, the Nepal keeper, has got a slight hamstring strain, so he's not moving particularly well. Let's keep an eye out for him on this final ball.
Nearly snuck in there. He's very lucky, Regis Chakapa, to get bat onto that and get it past the man at 45 for 4. So, ends off well the over. Another good one for Zimbabwe. 3 gone, 29 for 1.
Nepal captain Paras Katka obviously feeling this is the way to go right now. No, it wasn't so good that last over, was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Paras Katka has decided to take the spinners off after that devastating second over at PJ Moore. Took to the spinners, 15 off it after just 1 run in the first over. Bowled by Sandeep Lamichhane.
Sompal coming up now. What did you make of the wicket today?
It definitely looks a lot drier than what we've had in the first game between these two teams. That's because obviously we've had 3 games in a row, and that was on the pitch next to that, number 2. This is number 1. And it just looks like a batting surface. Again, no grass.
Quick single. Nicely done. Yeah, Tino got a chance to go look at the pitch beforehand, like he always does before every match. Does a little inspection for us.
Yeah, very similar to what we had the other day. Those cracks show you just how dry the surface is and no grass. And it just looks to me like we're not going to get too much turn from this either. Looks a real good batting surface. But we know that teams like to bat second here and chase like what's happened in the last couple of games.
An appeal in that last delivery, not given. Pulse ball so far. Decent line and length. Nothing that's causing the batsman too much trouble, but all right, you want to keep that run. It's gone for the big swipe, and he pays the price there. Chakava heads back, and they've got the second wicket.
I don't know if he has to go across the line here. Mid-on and mid-off are both in the circle. All you need to do is get good bat on it, and it's going over those guys with a minimum of fuss. Yes, go over the top, but not across the line. That'll be disappointing for the Zimbabwean change room, the manner in which that Richard Chakapa has gone. 3.4 overs in. Zimbabwe now 30 for 2.
Zimbabwe captain Sean Williams is in. Hello, welcome to the match. Of that last dismissal. Off the line from the cover.
He'll be disappointed. Looked good in the last game. Regis Chakabva, and the change from spin in the first couple of overs to spin in the next couple has worked for Paras Kadka. It's another wicket from Sompal. And a really good second over from him. 1 run from it, 1 wicket, that of Regis Chakabva. Zimbabwe now 30 for 2.
Been a mixed bag here at the Singapore Indian Association in these first 4 overs. A couple of 2 very good overs for each side. 30 for 2 we are. Here's Lamichane. Oh, he's made that appeal. It's a pretty strong one. Did that seem like a stronger appeal than the previous one?
That certainly looked more out to me than the one of Brian Chari, but it has turned into the batsman slightly. And the umpire possibly just thinking that that's going to be going past the leg stump. Big appeal. Looked very nervous, PJ Moore.
Well, that's how he's been dealing with the spinners today. That makes it all the way. He's far more comfortable for them, isn't he?
If the ball is pitched up from the spinners, PJ Moore is going to go for it, whether there's a man back or not. He's got long arms, big levers, and he takes advantage of that. So 36 for 2 now, Zimbabwe, but he won't stop if that ball is pitched up.
He's gone for it again. Not quite got the connection. In fact, that last 6 he got was the least cleanly hit one of the 3 boundaries that he's scored so far. He's going for his shots.
He is indeed. And like I said, Zimbabwe would have seen that all 3 teams winning here have seen that in the second part of the game. It's very, very difficult to defend scores here. PJ Moore wasn't in the Zimbabwean side that toured Bangladesh prior to this. You know, he's got a point to prove.
Nice ball there from Lamichane and Sean Williams. First taste of that. I think this is going to turn into a rather interesting match.
nicely played by Sean Williams. The key for me is the manner in which they play this man, Lamichane. Paras brought him on to open the bowling in the last game because he needed early wickets, got those early wickets and pegged Zimbabwe back 28 for 4 at one stage. After having a whirlwind start, I think 12 they got in the first over. Brian Cherry was looking good. But the manner in which Zimbabwe play this guy is what's going to be important. Singapore made sure he didn't get wickets. Bowled him.
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant. It's the googly. And he's brought him forward, PJ Moore. Gap between bat and pad. And that's all he needed, Sandeep Lamichane. We're talking about it's important about how Zimbabwe play him. This time he's gone for the forward defensive PJ Moore. And the ball sneaking through that gap. 5 overs gone. Zimbabwe 38 for 3.
Commentary with Am and Navneet Krishna.
Thank you, Shazad. Great delivery from Sandeep Lamichane to get rid of the dangerous PJ Moore. He's been brilliant tonight. Got the opening wicket. He's come back. Got rid of the danger man. Zimbabwe 38 for 3 after 5. And good to have Nav in the studio as well, joining me. Good evening, Nav.
Very good evening, Adrian. You probably have to say that it's Nepal that have drawn first blood here in the first 5 overs, 38 for 3. Fantastic strike there from Sean Williams, and he's well on his way. A good-looking cover drive, final over before the power play comes to an end, and he's taking full advantage with on offer, and he was happy to find the gap on the offside through covers.